Hi, I'm Justin Grammens, CEO and founder of Lab 651 and author of the book Software Development Done Right. In this episode, I'll be talking about how to mitigate some of the rough seas you're bound to encounter in your journey of software development. If there's one thing that I've learned, and that is that even with the best preparations, you will encounter setbacks and challenges that you're going to need to overcome. And there's a quote from Mike Tyson that goes, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth." And the key here is to not be discouraged. Building software is a journey. It takes strong resolve, clear communication, and intense focus for you to succeed. What I've been covering in these chapters are many of the best practices that I've learned through my career that I'm sharing with you. And these best practices are just merely suggestions that are meant to enhance your critical thinking as you build your software product. In the final chapter, we will tie all of this together with a software development done right framework that puts a lot of these concepts into practice. However, this chapter really isn't about the process, it's really more about the emotions. It's about the feeling that everyone at some point will encounter during the voyage. The feeling like you're caught at sea in a rowboat during a hurricane. And it's during those times that you need to look at your map, sort of reassess the situation and focus on what is most important. And it's also recognizing that there will be challenges. And those who tell you otherwise, even if they have built hundreds of software products, aren't being truthful. There will be challenges. So what are some examples of rough seas that you might encounter? Well, you might encounter costs that are going to go above and beyond what was planned. You maybe aren't going to release your product on time. Maybe you are unsure of some of the features you have planned are even technically doable. You possibly have lost some critical members of your crew. Or maybe you've even released your minimum viable product and you're not getting the market response that you had wished. So this isn't really an exhaustive list that and saying you will encounter all of them, but you will at some point hit one or possibly even ones that I haven't even listed here. So what are some principles you should bring to the discussion when things go off track? And it's far too often and common for those in leadership, i.e. the captain of the ship, such as yourself, to want to sort of jump in and start trying a number of different approaches, such as pushing the team or the crew to longer hours, maybe adding more people to the project, oftentimes just randomly cutting scope. Instead I offer you to take time to step back, take a number of deep breaths, maybe go out for a walk or a run, and just kind of let your mind clear. And then you need to move into strategic planning mode, right? You need to then do the following, and this is from a system that we use at Lab 651 that is based on the Entrepreneurial Operating System, or EOS. And you have what is called a level 10 meeting. And in these meetings, we clearly define what the issue is. We discuss it as a team, and then we generate a series of to-dos or some ways to solve it. And what you'll find in most cases is that the issue possibly wasn't even clearly defined. And I really like to encourage and work with our team here and other teams that I consult with to really define the problem as an issue, not so much just as a general complaint. So, for example, you might come into the meeting saying, well, we're going to be going over budget, so we should stop development. Well, that's not stated as an issue, really, per se. You're just stating we're going to go over budget and we need to stop development. And you're trying to move into maybe the solve mode. So instead, the issue should be clearly defined as, based on our current estimates, the feature to add additional users will not be completed in the original budget. And so it's a subtle distinction there, but you're not coming in saying that we need to stop development, and you're not coming saying that we're going to go over budget. You're basically talking about our current estimates and a specific feature. It's not going to be completed in the original budget. And so, at this time, once you get this information, you're looking at the current amount of work left, maybe the estimated effort, and you can clearly see that maybe the cost will run over the initial estimates. So in this hypothetical case, you'll have a level 10 meeting and you'll clearly define the issues and discuss them and solve them. And I want to tell you, as the business leader or as the captain, to kind of have four different distinct things you come into this meeting with. Number one is to be positive, right? Ensure that everyone on the team comes in with a positive mindset. You need to be open. Communication and complete honesty with the team and the other stakeholders is key. And you don't want to become defensive or blame others. We need to be creative. So let everyone sort of present their ideas. After you've come up with the issue, present your ideas and how you can improve the trajectory of the project, and you'll be surprised at what sort of creative ideas sort of come out of this. And then come out of the meeting with clear action items, right? You need to have clear to-dos and hold those accountable for those items to get done in your next stand-up. If you're curious to learn more about, IDS, this identifying, solving, or discussing and then solving issues in a meetings, we will have a link to the blog post in the comments below. So if done right, regardless of the issues, you will find a resolution to the current crisis. I can guarantee that. And what's beautiful in this case is that you're using the power of the team to solve it. It's not just on you as the captain or the leader to make sure that this is solved. So I will save the concept of a retrospective for another chapter, because that is another way for us to deal with a lot of these. But as we close this out, I would like you to ask you to be honest with yourself. If the project needs a reset, if it means something went wrong along the way, and now it's up to everyone to figure out what happened so that we can prevent similar problems from occurring in the future as well. And as I stated at the beginning, something will come up. Something will always come up that will cause your emotions to stir. And it's expected. And the degree to which you can handle it, you'll become a stronger leader and build a stronger software product because of it. So all of these will be covered in the Software Development Done Right framework, which I would love to meet with you and discuss. And please follow the link to book a time with me, set up a meeting, and please subscribe to this channel to be kept up to date on all future episodes that I'll be publishing as we continue to work through the Software Development Done Right series. Good luck and happy sailing on your way to a successful software product release.